All right, so the Sharks fell to the Arizona Coyotes today by a final score of 5-2. In this game, the Sharks pretty much lost because of their lackluster defense. There were a lot of opportunities for the Coyotes where they just, could easily get the goal in because it was a one-on-one with Jones or they got it off the rebound, and the Sharks just could not protect their goalie at all. And it sucks because Jones had back-to-back really, really good games, and now, it's not looking too good. So the Coyotes opened up scoring about 6.5 minutes into the game, scored by Dvorak, assisted by goalie Golski and Garland. Pretty nice goal. I mean, I'll give it to him. It was a good one, and it kind of set the tone for the game. I mean, the Sharks have a lot of trouble scoring in the first period. I've said this before, but the Coyotes just set the tone for the game. But the next goal would be just right after this, the first intermission, 2 minutes into the second period. Tomas Hertl got his 16th career goal against the Coyotes 2 minutes into the period, shorthanded. The Sharks were shorthanded, and they got a goal while the Coyotes were on the power play. So that was a good goal. We'd like to see that because that means our penalty kill is actually doing what they are intended to do. And we killed off that penalty successfully. However, the Coyotes responded a bit later with a goal by Schmaltz. It was a pretty good goal. I got to give it to them. They went up 2-1. But from then on, it was just all Coyotes, pretty much. So then in the third period, Dvorak got his second goal of the game. And at that point, I really was thinking the defense needs to step up because, it was off the rebound. And we just have no help. Like, Jones does not have any help. So we got to work on that for sure. And then on the rebound again, the Coyotes score by a goal by Hunt. And the Sharks actually challenged this goal for goalie interference, but it ended up being a good goal when it was all said and done. And then they ended up scoring again. However, the Sharks did score one more goal, and it was a pretty special goal because it was by Patrick Marleau, who's obviously Mr. Shark, right? He is the best Shark ever. But it was a special goal because it was his 564th goal ever, which would tie him up for 23rd most goals ever in NHL history, which is awesome. So congrats to Patty Marleau. I got my Marleau jersey on right now because he's my favorite player. He's many Sharks fans' favorite player. He might not have a good year, but he's awesome. So we really like to see that out there. Marleau, getting a goal despite us losing by a pretty sizable amount, 5-2, not a good loss. But the problem with this loss is the Sharks had a chance with the with the standings standpoint to make it up there. The 4 seed right now in our division is the St. Louis Blues, and they lost 3 games in a row. Following them is the Coyotes, then Kings, then Sharks, and then Ducks, obviously. So if we won this, we could have been a lot closer into in the playoff hunt because the Kings we'd pass them up, and we'd be 1 point back of the Coyotes. But no, this loss kind of set us back a little bit, and it kind of sucks. Playoffs are not out of reach, but the way we played tonight kind of, doesn't really prove that we're ready for it. We're going to play these guys again tomorrow, which should be good. Jones had an 8-2-1 save percentage, but seriously, those goals by the Yotes were not his fault. Maybe a couple, but not all of them because, the defense was pretty lackluster. There were just so many chances for the Yotes. The Sharks had less shots, and Aiden Hill, the goalie for the Yotes, had a 909 save percentage. He saved 20 shots. So, I mean, it's kind of sucks. And now we moved to 13, 15, and 4. So, not the best record. And if you look at the Yotes record, they're 15, 14, and 5. So, they're, we're not that far back of them. We're only about a couple games back. I'm not sure about that points-wise, but, we just got to be winning. Time's ticking. We really got to prove ourselves as a team. And, I mean, I don't know what our game plan is. Are we tanking? I don't know. We have been winning lately. This would have been our 3rd win in a row, but it kind of sucks to lose, right? Anyways, Sharks lose 5-2 to the Arizona Coyotes, and that'll be it, guys. Go Sharks!